life is but a night of trick-or-treating.
Okay.
If you don't hit any houses, you ain't gonna get no candy. What's up, y'all? So we're back again giving unsolicited advice. Maybe it wasn't unsolicited. I went on my Instagram. Y'all got some questions for us, and then y'all asked questions.
We picked the exact one we went.
We're it. So it ain't unsolicited. A lot of questions that I got were, hey, is college worth it? I'm unsure what to do out of high school. How hard is college? This is gonna be a pretty quick video about, is college worth it? And the short answer, in my opinion, is yes. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, Noah and I went to college at Drexel University and had a jolly old time. There were some hard times, some best times of my life ever. I think the big takeaway is that I was able to have fun and learn things that weren't necessarily like schoolwork stuff. In college, you're around a community of people who are the same age as you, similar interests. You're all kind of put in this little bubble and you're kind of forced to interact. So you make lasting friendships, you make connections, you make business connections. In your major, you learn valuable stuff. You get a degree, which you can have your whole life. And then, hey, if you apply for a job, it does help. Now there's this debate of, well, there's NFTs now, and you could sell on eBay or be a YouTuber. You don't need college to be successful, and that's completely true. You could be a lit YouTuber. You can go straight into the military, construction, whatever. You could work at Arby's. In the grand scheme of life, college being 4 years, and assuming you don't go to the most expensive university on the planet, college can be very, very beneficial because even if you pick a major you don't like or you don't end up doing exactly that thing, you still learn a lot and get a lot of valuable life lessons out of it. You know, there's the gym right on campus. You got the food spot. You have the chance to kind of discover what you like and don't like. And sometimes finding out what you don't like is better than finding out what you do like. When we went to whatever school and class, I was like, oh, I like films. And then I went to the film class and said, oh, I hate that. I don't want to be a director. I hate this. Oh God, holding a boom pole. Holy, I don't want to do that. On the weekends and on the after class, I'd be like, oh, let's film some YouTube videos and have a blast with it. And then lo and behold, we became YouTubers. Through finding out the stuff that I didn't want to do, I found the thing that I wanted to do, which isn't necessarily what college is. You're told to do. You said pick a major and that's your job and do it and then die. It doesn't have to be that. So I suggest that people do go to a college if they can afford it. I mean, good Lord, with the debt and I mean, try not to get into debt. I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't know how the loans and work. You definitely don't want to have to start out crazy in debt, but I do think it's worth it. Someone said, is college worth it? I don't really want to fill out that FAFSA. It seems too difficult. Is college worth it? Honey, if you can't even apply to the thing, then you're probably not gonna make it. The guy whose mom did everything for him.
No facts.
You gotta pay to play. So if you want to enter the college room,
sometimes you gotta play a little dirty.
Sometimes you gotta get on dirty and do the yourself. So my consensus on it is, I think you should go. I think it's a once in a lifetime type thing. Well, I think you can go more than once in a life if you want to go to college, but you'll never be this young again. You're interacting with people your same age, same interests, relationships. You learn about female nature, male nature, sex. It's a fun spot. Sports. You get involved in activities. Why not do it? If you're on the fence, I say do it. That's my 2 cents.
Mr. Noble, well, should I go to college? Is it worth it? What are your thoughts?
Short answer, I agree with Ryan. I would say yes, go to college if you can. Some people are dealt with certain cards where like financial issues. If you can't, that's not your fault. Maybe you work hard enough down the line that that's something you can do. But for me, yeah, after high school, I always knew I was supposed to go to college because that's what I was told. But I I'm glad I did, because it aligned me in a direction to where Ryan and I discovered that YouTube was going to be the full path after that. Had I not gone to college, I don't know if I would have fully found exactly what I wanted to do, because we both were film majors. When I left high school, my interest, film, was the main thing. Going to college to realize like, oh, I'm really good at this, or I hate doing that. I'm glad I had the opportunity to do that. And also just the big shift of high school age to college. Yeah, man, it's fun to be cool and you're youthful, but it's even more fun to kind of adapt and evolve and become this new version of yourself. You can pick something you like. You can try out all these different things while you're at college. And a lot of people, all I knew was my high school community and the people in my small town. When I went to college in a whole different state, different area, I was able to learn more about the Philadelphia city that I was in. I was able to meet new people, whether I liked them or didn't like them. So I just think all those elements of exposure and then just learning new things, new life experiences, that does a lot to somebody versus, I mean, some people can't, if you're not allowed to leave your place or you can't go to college, you know, you can still shift and find out what you want to do. If you have the opportunity to do it, and you can, by all means, I suggest to go to college. The things you unlock, the things you learn, and the whole process itself, while it's really hard and all that, the challenges, that's all great things that are going to help you discover more about yourself. And some people find their identity in college, some people find it later in life, some people meet the connections that work specifically towards what they're trying to do. Other people make lifelong lasting friends in college. So I think there are just as much benefits to college compared to whatever scam, money, debt, all that. There is a lot of good that can come out of college, whether you know what you're doing or not. So I say go to college.
To all the high school seniors out there, or even if you are in college or college age, whatever, college is an opportunity for you to reinvent yourself. You've kind of been the same person, middle school, you know, high school, whatever. You have this image, your friends know you. Oh, he's the guy that does this. You're the person that does this. You look a certain way, you dress a certain way. University gives you the opportunity to completely reinvent yourself and become whoever be. I was like the funny, like class clown-ish guy that got no
Cry about it every day.
You can't have to get bitches, you know?
Bro, that's the thing. I had zero. People are like, oh, I don't believe that. Bro, I had zero. I had a girlfriend and we kissed and that was it. And then she broke up with me.
Still hurts a little bit.
If she, you get to reinvent yourself. And then what happened was I went to college. You see people come from different places, out of state. I say go out of state. In-state tuition is obviously cheaper, but we went out of state, not too far away, but far enough away to get away from our parents. So I do suggest going to a big college because you're interacting with young adults who you would have never had the opportunity to interact with before, and then they might teach you or show you something. I remember Tuffy, and he was from New Jersey, and the culture they had there, the slang they used. They were putting us on the new music, and then we were putting them on to the DMV music, and then to this day, we still use some funny slang that Tuffy taught us. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Just the different walks of life that you can meet.
Exactly. You're like on this little path of life. Watch out for this badass analogy I'm about to make. Life is a night of trick-or-treating. If you don't hit any houses, you ain't gonna get no candy. The more houses you hit, the more likely and the more streets you go down, you're gonna acquire more candy.
And you're gonna find out which candies you like and don't like.
Exactly. So by going to college, that is a cornucopia of candy. So you're taking pages out of so many different people's books, and oh, let me get some of that. Oh, this is a good experience. Oh, this is a friend. Oh, that was a mean person. That was a bad experience. I learned from that. And it shapes you into a more well-rounded person, just simply because you're experiencing something totally new. You're out of your comfort zone.
It's easier to reflect on it after we left too, though, because I think when we were in college, I was like, oh, I don't want to be here. I hate this. I appreciate that we finished it, did all that.
I saw a quote, so it was on some stoic page or whatever. Once you get older, you'll look back and realize that the moments of most struggle, you'll realize were the most beautiful. Ain't that something? Man, I had some nights where I was like, bro, I ain't gonna get this done.
Bro, we had a time where we were like, we gotta drop out.
I was like, this school. Nobody understands me.
That did shape you into a better person, though.
It feels like your world's ending, but it actually isn't, which is pretty incredible.
And us overcoming that adversity with juggling school, relationships, and YouTube.
But you could go and just trade NFTs in your room and become a multimillionaire.
Nothing wrong with that. I see kids that are 17 ride around in Teslas.
So it's a real thing. I never went to college. I knew I couldn't be in a classroom. People love saying shit like that. I just realized that. People be so prideful. School was never for me. I couldn't learn like that. I always got D's. Okay,
well, not everyone's you, dude.
Okay, you're a hero.
Yeah, bro.
You got D's in school. You're a hero and a trailblazer. School isn't for a lot of people. I'm not a school guy. I don't want to take no fucking test. I don't want to sit in no classroom. I was in some boring classes.
But I also don't want to be doing nothing.
There were kids in my classes that I hated. They were talking about, I don't know, it was some annoying kids. We were in a dinosaur class. It was called Dinosaurs in Their World. I was like, why the am I in here? I don't go, I know dinosaurs. They're all dead. What's there to talk about? Okay, so for the final project, here's kind of what the cover should look like. I don't want anything fancy. Just keep it simple. You know, don't go all out. You're not gonna get any extra points for that. The kid raised his hand. What about sequins? Talking about like little shiny thing. He's like, can I put sequins on them? I might just lose my shit. These people are weird. But that's the fun of it. And now I have a funny story I get to talk about. So I say go to college. If you don't have any other plans, go to that shit. I think it's fun.